A week before her birthday, she said it. The greatest gift would be if you just died. She didn't blink, didn't smile. She meant it. I sat there, coffee cooling in my hand, staring at the girl I had raised, wondering when her voice had turned so sharp, when her eyes stopped looking at me as her father and began seeing me as an obstacle. I didn't argue. I didn't shout. I simply nodded. And then I died. At least, the version of me she knew did. I remember the first time I held her. Small, trembling, red-faced. Her mother was still alive then. Back then, I believed in permanence, in family, in bonds that could not be broken. I worked 3 jobs so she would never feel the hunger I knew. Every scraped knee, every fevered night, every birthday candle, I was there. But devotion breeds expectation, and expectation turns into entitlement. She grew, sharper than I realized, learning not love, but leverage. Her mother's absence made me overcompensate, blind to how resentment festered in silence. By the time I saw it, it was too late. It began with whispers, not words. She stopped asking how my day was. Calls went unanswered. Her room always locked. I thought it was adolescence. But then I saw the messages. Not meant for me, but carelessly left open on her laptop. He's useless. The old man's money will be mine anyway. I can't wait till I'm rid of him. The words cut deeper than any blade. I felt my chest hollow out, but I did not confront her. I watched, I waited, and I learned. She had been siphoning my bank cards, small amounts, clever. She spoke to her friends about my life insurance policy, as if she already counted it. Her laughter when she said, "He'll probably keel over soon anyway," echoed in my skull for weeks. I realized then, I wasn't a father anymore. I was a wallet with a pulse. Anger is loud. Revenge is silent. I chose silence. I canceled the funding for her new house without a word. I liquidated accounts, withdrew every cent, and transferred them into places she couldn't trace. Quietly, methodically, I closed every door she thought would open for her. On paper, I was dying. Debts sold, assets dissolved. To the world, I was a man unraveling. To her, I was still the same boring shadow in the corner. Until I left. Her birthday morning, the house was quiet. She came downstairs expecting balloons, maybe an envelope, maybe nothing at all. What she found was absence. My car gone, my phone disconnected. The locks changed behind me. On the kitchen table sat a single box, wrapped in brown paper. No ribbon, no decoration, just weight. Inside, she found 3 things. 1. The shredded remains of the house deed she dreamed of. 2. A printed transcript of her messages, the ones where she wished me dead. 3. A note in my handwriting, wish granted. You no longer have a father. You no longer have my support. You wanted freedom. Now you have it. Consider this your inheritance. Nothing but yourself. Survive with that. I wasn't there to see her reaction, but I can imagine it. First, confusion. Then the slow, icy drip of realization. Rage. Fear. The crushing understanding that everything she thought was hers had been smoke in her hands. I disappeared. Not dead, but gone. To her, the distinction doesn't matter. Do I regret it? No. I gave her life. I gave her every ounce of loyalty I had. When she asked me to die, I did. I killed the man who would have forgiven her. I buried the father who would have crawled through glass for her happiness. What rose from that grave was colder, sharper, untethered. She destroyed her family with her tongue. I destroyed her world with a pen. That is balance. Some nights, I imagine her sitting in that silent kitchen, staring at the ruins I left on her table. The friends she boasted to? Gone. The future she counted on?
Gone. All that remains is the echo of her own cruelty. She wanted me dead. Now she has to live with it. And me? I breathe easier than I ever did. Because in her words, I found my freedom. And in my silence, I gave her the only gift she'll never forget.